Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we'll check in with her right now.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, history is on the line today for their quarterback. He has been one of the most productive signal callers in conference history, and today, another record is within his grasp. The most passing touchdowns in a career by a quarterback in this league. So don't be surprised in the red zone if they call his number. We'll see if he can get that record here today. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Vols kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking for running room. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Makes a grab, makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Complete. Runs through a tackle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He's got him in the flat. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they?
Snags it and he's open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Trying to establish the run. Powers through the defender.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Here's Lewis to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Lewis to throw. Out wide right, it's shot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Volunteers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Plows his way ahead. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's got an open man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Extending the play. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Lewis. Caught over the middle, it's Miller. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Right side, it's shot. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They were all over it. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up. Lewis on the play action. Out wide left, it's Wiggins. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
They go to the draw. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Lewis. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s.
He's loose. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. He's up to 49 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Vols come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Second and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. From the gun, fighting off the defender. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. On the gun on third down, Lewis. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Hits inside. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he could not get loose on the run.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Needs it here on fourth down. He caught it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From deep, it's Luna. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Here's Lewis to throw. setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll off one deep down the left side. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
The run inside. It's Johnson. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our wraparound with Clemson taking on the Florida Gators.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense takes the field to start this drive. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Uh-oh, look out. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Tries to do it himself. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Headed for the corner. It's Potts. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Trying to get rid of it.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And the fan bases in the South, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty psychotic. They follow recruiting. They follow the transfer portal. And they've been following this cat right here. Like, big-time receiver, joining this league, joining your team. Expectations, Palmer, they're high. And you see why on that play. Dude's got some skill.
Yeah, he's big time, man. Listen, I'm not going to say this guy was flying under the radar before, but now he's going to become a household name playing wide receiver in the SEC. This is a conference that not only pumps guys into the NFL, people win Heisman trophies playing wide receiver in this conference, and this team thinks this guy's got an opportunity to be there in New York at the end of the year.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Caught! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Luna. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Left side is shot. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the to the house. Touchdown, Buffs!
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
Throwing, Lewis. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The handoff to Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Lewis. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Running behind that left side. Finding some room. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Lewis to throw. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. Hard running there. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The fake wants to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Throwing. Lewis. Fires it down the seam. Leaping grab for a big gain. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Keeping his eyes downfield. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's shot. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Lewis. Under pressure. Unloads in the nick of time.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Making the adjustment. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And he's in! Touchdown, Colorado! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Driven back.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
It's complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Vols are in the hurry-up. Pushes ahead. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up fourth down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to do it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think a lot of people in the stadium were questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right there.
And a nice, crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
And the Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Makes the catch. It's Pettis. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. He's looking to pass. Still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of him here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This one's complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hold and finds his man on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
The run to the right. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Might as well run him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. The handoff. He's got the first down. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. The 20. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.